So this is VIX, VIXX, not to be confused with the VIX. Apparently, a bunch of people have been joining our Facebook group because they thought that we were a tribute to this VIX K-pop band, so it's kind of funny. So I was asked to do a little K-pop. There you go, K-pop. That is Ravi, who I think broke away from the group VIX. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to find out a little bit more about it. Maybe we can interview the group VIX or something. I want to make sure that we keep our K-pop fan base happy. So anyway, great day in the markets. All of a sudden I'm rooting the when I was on the radio show on Friday, they asked us for a prediction of where the VIX would be Friday, and I'm really rooting to try to win this thing here. And right now it looks like I'm not winning. I guess the three predictions were, I think it was like Mark Longo 1220, Andrew G 1225, and I was 1199. So I was kind of winning a little while ago, but right now the VIX 1216. So we all had numbers that were right next to each other. So, but I'm looking for a win. I think you have to be exactly on. I would have to be exactly on 1199 to like totally win the whole thing. But anyway, so that was kind of what I'm rooting for here. But either way, expiration yesterday. To be honest with you, I didn't follow it that closely. I didn't see huge anomaly, but I didn't follow it that closely. Maybe we can go back and just kind of look at that last future and what it did. And it looks like it did move. Let's see if I can center this stuff right here. Buttons. And so yeah, they did rip it. They ripped it down at the last second, it looks like here. Yeah, they ripped it down right before expiration. So not a whole lot of volume, but definitely they brought stuff down. So I don't know what the time and sales was for the SPX. I guess we'll get more information on that moving forward. And I'm not even sure if I have the right futures now set up in my Thinkorswim. So I'm going to show you how I would go about fixing that. So let's see. I'm going to go to bar chart and just pull the futures up there. Every month the futures change a little bit. Now it's going to be August and September. September is U18, so I want to make sure I have my U18 future on my Thinkorswim. So I'm going to go /VXU8, and that's going to give me the second month future. So let me put that. So now I've got August and Sep. I'll get rid of the July. So there you have it. So let's take a look at VIX Central here. We do have interviews coming up today, so that's really exciting. Okay, so contango showing here in VIX Central right now, 5.76%. Obviously, a lot lower level than we went into expiration, but that's fairly standard. I expect this number to expand a lot. If you look at the spread between the front month future and spot, there's a buck, almost $1.70, $1.60 something in that spread. And remember, in the end, more important than the contango, and let me move things around a little bit here for a second again so that you can see this better. More important than even than the contango is the amount of space that is in between the two futures and spot. So what I mean is, let me try to draw it on here again. So more important than that 5.76% even is just the total amount of area right here between the futures and spot. And right now we're right at the front month future. It's almost all the front month futures, so we're like right here on the chart. So that amount of distance, which I just said was like $1.70, is the potential to make money on decay. So that's a big amount right now. So it doesn't even, the fact that this is a big amount is almost more important minute to minute than how much contango the two futures are in. Because, you know, as days go by, we're slowly going to be moving like up this way on the potentiality, and you see how there becomes more and more potential as we move from one future to the other. And, you know, as the days go by, these futures are are getting sucked down towards spot every day. So this curve is slowly getting sucked down to spot, which I guess I should try to make something that animates that process for you so you can understand it even better. Let me work on that with After Effects to animate what's actually happening with the chart. That would be an interesting thing to do, I think. So anyways, good day for my my spread in Tesla yesterday with Tesla up, I think, 12 points and going right to the strike that I'm short. That was really good for me. Now back down $3, which is going to be slightly negative. However, you know, this is returned to the place where I put the spread on, and I've got decay of like $75 a day, I think. So as long as it stays in this orbit, I'm in good shape. I did cover, I was short this like front week 300, 295 put spread, and I did cover that for like 15 cents yesterday just to take it off my sheets for cheap. So, and I did buy another small put spread just to cover my downside a little bit. Let's see if I can find which put spread I bought here. So yeah, I did buy the July, the 27 July. Let's see what spread it was. Sorry, 27 July, 255, 210 put spread. And just to give me a little downside, if like worse comes to worse and this thing rips down, it'll save my my equity. So I thought that would be prudent to do. But yeah, UVXY really ripping down, and you know, we're looking to for that all-time low, and we're getting closer and closer to it. I don't think it'll come today, but it could come this week at some point. UVXY here, 920 now, and the VIX firming up slightly, with major indices basically unchanged right now. And we're really, market's kind of hanging out at the top here. So I would think that we're in kind of like, I wouldn't be aggressively trying to pick the top here. is all I can say. I'm not good at predicting the markets, but I would just say that like it doesn't feel like super toppy. So the trend is up, and it seems like it's going to continue that way right now. And regardless of what news stories come out, I was watching this video on that was coming out of Twitter from Tasty Trade and Tom Sosnoff that talks about how news stories just don't help out lately. They don't give you any indication of which way the market's going to go. He was talking about how like Facebook scandal comes out, Facebook stock rallies. Bad news comes out, everything rallies. Even with like Tesla, Elon Musk, scandal with him calling this diver a pedophile. The stock's down for one day, then it rallies. So maybe news story, maybe it's, it's just everything's just random, and news stories don't really help that much. Let me see if I can find this Tom Sosnoff video for you. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you can go check it out yourself on Twitter. I'm not sure how much stuff they have. It looks like they have a lot of stuff. It's funny because, like, I interviewed the one guy from Tasty Trade, and since then, the guy I interviewed has probably done like 100 different videos. But I can't find it right now. But basically, he's talking about how, like, these news stories have, like, not been indicative of, like, which way to trade stuff. So if you're like, oh, okay, well, the Russian summit went bad, I should sell the market. Okay, well, it doesn't work that way because the market doesn't care. And all these other news stories, the news stories have served to make news organizations money, but they haven't really helped us a whole lot with trading. You think you need news feeds to help you with trading, whereas it's probably just better to firm up your fundamentals of your trading and your self-discipline and things like that, more than focusing on breaking news, because breaking news, everything seems to head fake so much lately. So, as I said, today we do have an interview coming up, which should be pretty exciting. Not a whole lot going on in VIX world stuff, kind of in a holding pattern here, kind of leaking downward. So, I mean, seems like the best position lately is to be short some sort of out of the money puts and be leaning short into them, and that way you're collecting a little each day and on the slow fade down with UVXY and VIX, VXX. Sorry it's not more exciting, but that's just what's going on right now. I will see you a little later this afternoon with the interview. So looking forward to that, and I'm going to leave you once again with a little bit more K-pop with my favorite group, BTS, with a reasonably new video. And good luck trading today. I will see you on StockTwits. I should be around there a little bit today.
널 위해서라면 난 아파도 강한 척할 수가 있었어. 사랑이 사랑만해도 완벽하게 내 모든 요점들은 다 숨겨지길 이루어지지 않는 꿈 속에서 피할 수 없는 꽃을 키웠어. I'm so sick of this fake love, fake love, fake love. I'm so sorry but it's fake love, fake love, fake love. I wanna be a goner just for you. 세상을 drown just for you.
That's right. Come to the Short Vol Show for all of your K-pop needs. Maybe we can get some K-pop stars to do an interview for us. That would be, how hilarious would that be if, like, this channel took off because of K-pop and I just had to change my brand to K-pop interviewer.